Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LMG here, and this is the police review. Yeah, the embargo is lifted, so we're giving you my review. I played over this about over 30 hours or so. I played through it a couple times. I kind of speed run it the second time. I'll be bringing you my thoughts on everything here, but I just wanted to bring you, let's check out the graphic options. Just want to give you, it's actually pretty nice for this game. I didn't expect this much options, but it's not too shabby. So I've done the audio and stuff, not really too much. I think this does have controller support, though I haven't tested. It's got vibration. It's got to have some controller support. I have not tested that out. It's been doing mouse and keyboard. This doesn't seem like a game you would need a controller, but anyway. You can only have one save game, and actually when you load a game, you can actually go back days, because trust me, you will be going back to fix some mistakes. There's just no way around it. It's kind of a bit of a learning curve. We're going to hop into my game right now. I think we're only on like day 9. See, there are some things that are randomly generated on this. This is just the basic load screen. You have cutscenes and stuff. And you kind of start out with a crappy truck. But you'll get. I don't want to ruin too much of the story, but you will get a. See, there's a lot of randomly generated. Because actually, when I started this day earlier, I had a couple people try to call in. Because you got to deal with various stuff like that. Today, nobody called in. We have a badge. Yeah, so we can actually get somebody's skill up. Okay, we'll get that to chin. Alright, let's start our day. Day 9 should be the feminine protest. And actually, you can unlock a lot more music later on. And eventually, you will switch to tape, which is kind of funny. But yeah, the game eventually, it'll cost you your money. Yeah, because the goal of the game is really to get 500,000 in 180 days. I don't think that's really the end goal, because it tells a really good story. It does tell a really good story, but let's get into that. Second here, just Temptation Blue sounds fine. It's not a bad one. Okay, and this is pretty much the meat and potatoes of the game. We got a feminine protest. Yeah, and a lot of the choices you will make, they're going to go wrong either way. Okay, psychological test that we had to take. But we're okay. It's pretty hard to screw that one up. Yeah, and unfortunately, they had a thing said earlier that I had to fire all my, because there were a bunch of racists killing black people in the city. And I got an order from the city hall that I was supposed to fire all the black cops, which I did. But there was something really confusing. It took me a while to figure out. There's a cop that's Stovall. He doesn't quite look. This word would kind of take me out and confuse me. Stovall, he wasn't looking quite African American. Like, he looked like he was just really. He looked like he was Caucasian, but he had a little bit of a tan. So that's one thing I want to Stovall was a little bit confusing. And you do get some randomly generated cops, but the majority of them are the same. I haven't seen too many new ones. Yeah, so they're filing a complaint against me because I did the mayor's bidding. See, really, either way you go, you're going to get in trouble either way. There's no way to not get in trouble in this game. Alright, we'll close that day. So we got to go to this feminist protest. We'll send people out. I think I'm not. One thing I've learned about this game, you cannot actually play. They have a couple things I mentioned where, like, will you be an honest cop or you succumb to corruption? There is actually no way to be a completely honest cop in this game. Which kind of irked me off a little bit, because I know I had people on Twitch and everything going, well, why don't you be a good cop? Why don't you do this? There's no way. You get killed if you keep the various mafia boss. And then there's another boss later that you could actually side with. If you don't do what they say in about 3 days or so, if you thwart their plans, they just shoot you and you're dead and you have to go back. So either way, you can play mostly kind of honest, but you really gotta get crooked. There's really no way about it. And I've played through this a couple different, done all the different choices and stuff. It's only really a slight variation. I mean, so there is, once you play through the story, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 times, not a ton of replayability, because like right now, I pretty much have every 911 call memorized. because it's kind of like just Darkest Dungeon. It can go bad terribly quickly unless you memorize what needs to be done. Okay, let's send them out. And the problem, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to get in trouble for this. Yeah, Freeburg's a woman and she's on the side of the feminists. You may walk into some serious legal problems. You better play it safe and fake some evidence to shield you from any possible persecution. Prosecution. Not my English today. So we could actually frame one of our cops if we had 15,000. I don't. Or we could frame the mob boss. Which is not a good idea, probably. But either way, I can't do it. So the repercussion is I'm going to lose half my salary. Which I'm only making like $1,200 a week from City Hall anyway. So, you know, forget that. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. It's kind of funny that they brought that up even before I went to the... I didn't even suppress the protest. We got a hostage situation, which I really can't take too much care of. Fight Clan entered some law offices with a pistol, took several employees hostage, and demanded a meeting with the firm partners. These shyster Jews took me for a ride. They sucked up all my money. My son still went to jail. See, this is the problem, because this is... it gives you guys how many officer slots kind of based on the difficulty. And sometimes it's a red herring, though. Sometimes it's a false alarm. This is kind of a real one. But if I didn't send anybody to the protest, I'm going to lose a job slot. See, this game just makes you, whatever choice you were going to make. And if I don't have the good cops for this one, more likely they're probably going to fail. And if a civilian dies, more likely City Hall is going to be ticked off at me, and I'm going to lose a job slot. And I kind of just... Every time you lose a job slot, it just kind of spirals from there because you don't have enough people to do your job. But alright, let's... I'm going to have to send it to you. I got to send somebody a list. And you know, I'm not going to suppress this protest by force. No. I've learned to just play this game. Just play it the one of you want to play it. Because otherwise, if you really want to do a good job, you're going to have to memorize. You're going to have to do certain... It doesn't have a lot of flexibility, I found. Mafia assignment. Like I said, this is Mafia. There's something going down today at the Rubinoff Casino at 12:40. When a policeman crashing the party, I think 8,000 should be enough for such a request. You know what? That's $8,000. Like I said, if for about 3 days you don't do all of their assignments... Oh, we got an arson as well. This is actually the detectives part. You can assign your detectives, and actually multiple detectives. I figured out later. YouTube commenter kind of corrected me, so I didn't know you could assign all your detectives on one case, so it actually speeds it up, makes it a lot faster. Because I wasn't solving cases. I'm like, man, what's going on? But you can assign detectives from both shifts, so that they get frames a lot faster. And after you get all these cases, after a while, you'll memorize what frames you need, put in order. And even if you don't, you can kind of just swap around the frames enough till it actually comes up with the answer. So, I mean, you can completely not pay attention if you really wanted to. But alright. We'll send all 3 of you for that cinema fire. Hostage situation. And we've got a dead cop. And a dead civilian. Both of which hurt me. Both of which hurt me. Ow. Yeah, but now we can actually... Oh, they haven't opened the investigation yet. Anything in the archives? No, we've got everything closed. Poor Will. I'm really sure that was William's first day, actually. Poor guy. Okay, that's the robbery. I'm not going to touch that one. I'm going to get $8,000. Because I said you cannot play this. And there's actually an upcoming... I think it's about day 12-ish. A little bit later on. You get... put into a mob war, and you cannot actually not pick a side. Like you have to get your hands dirty, at least the minimal. Like I said, if you were looking to play, you know, the good cop, not do anything wrong, I probably want to shy away from this one because you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. There's actually some torture later. You have to do. It's nothing, you know, like GTA 5 gross or anything, but yeah. You're going to have to get your hands dirty later. Okay, bright red hair. Yeah, I've already done this. I don't want to spoil too much of the story for you. Because the story is the meat and the potatoes of this game. Okay, we actually have something. This starts to earn us a little bit of side cash. So we got $8,000. Yeah, the goal is to earn $500,000 by the end of the 180 days. Offender escaped. Civilian killed. Which unfortunately, I take that $8,000. City Hall is really not going to like that, especially 2 dead civilians. Yeah, that really, you will start losing job slots lickety split, which doesn't make any sense. That, more civilians are dying and I'm getting less cops, but that's okay. Okay, new slot machine. Yep, we're going to send you two. That's kind of a monkey job. They can do that. So far, I really do like the game. Yeah, We Happy Studios did a really great job. St. John, Duke Nukem voice actor, plays a huge role in this. Jack Boyd. You're playing the 60-year-old police chief. 180 days to retirement. Okay, we got suspicious individual. Well, $10,000 saved me from the parasite inside my body. You know what? Maybe no more dead cops today. Maybe just today. Okay, we got a report on that. Beat the hell out of playing Hellfighter. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, we got 2,000. Yeah, you can do a lot of the more legitimate jobs, but that's only going to pay you 2,000. Though ignoring one crime, I got 8,000. So I almost want to say, just be out for yourself a little bit in this game. We got disorderly conduct. That's actually, we don't really. I'm going to send you, but then hopefully we're going to get some backup in time, because we're going to need more backup. Okay, so we can actually also assign more detectives to this. Because we only have one case ongoing right now, so we can actually get every detective on this. That'll produce better frames more quickly. Yep. You can't keep your promise, we won't keep ours. So it also affects, you won't be able to get you can ask for weekly, you can ask for a job slot, a detective slot, an increase in your salary, or an upgrade to your SWAT team. Don't think you're going to get a lot of those because you're going to have to play this perfect. The way I found it is you have to play through it a couple times and then just pretty much memorize the right choices. There's there's not a lot of flexibility, which just kind of hurt the game. It's a fun adventure. I would say go into it, just have fun with it. I'm sure somebody's going to have a Steam guide of all the right choices you need to make to get where you're at. But don't expect, blind playthrough going the first time. I mean, that's just going to happen. A lot of shit happens in this game. You will just not, you will not be prepared for. Yeah, so that is. Mayor's not happy. Okay, this is actually also sometimes during out on an investigation, or an investigation, a call, you'll have to make choices. Yeah, Doctor spots the police, grabs the scalpel, and boldly shouts, "Come on, I'll release you souls from this filthy world." I'm going to hit you with a taser. And that was the right choice. And there are wrong choices that will get your officers killed. Likewise, you'll just memorize them. I've just got it all memorized in my head by now. And eventually they actually will switch up the spots where the text is. Try to confuse you a little bit on subsequent playthroughs. But it's pretty easy to remember. He's going to call in for a request. Yeah, this game started reminding me a lot of Groundhog's Day. Ooh. See, the problem is with that. Yeah, with these sands. I'm gonna need to refuse that one actually, because he's gonna need help. I cannot have another civilian dead today. Yep, see, he's already. And he might be able to do it without backup, but you never know. It's range rule skill check. You almost never know. So it's always better to send backup if you can. Yeah, the range rule is almost kind of XCOM wicked in this game. Oh, and we have a rape. Rape is not a good thing. Calling from the home, Achman, who's concerned about the cries of a woman in the adjoining room. Sounds to me like someone's being raped. Alright, well, we don't take that very kindly in my city. And actually, We Happy Studios actually released a statement on their Facebook and everything that the city could take place anywhere. It's not really depicting America. I mean, this game was Kickstarter backed a while ago. This game's been in development for a very long time. It does have nothing. Oh, guys, really? Three of you. Yeah, offender escaped officer unharmed. That goes down their skill a little bit, but it doesn't, hurt us really bad. They screwed up. But eventually, if you keep not solving crimes, though, it's kind of funny, the internal affairs will come to investigate, and you're of course going to be found guilty if you don't solve enough crimes. They will take they would take about a quarter of your money, your own personal money, which doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, it's kind of another way the game will harm you if you try to go totally wicked. Yeah, this game finds five different ways to hose you over. Okay, arson report. We have two new frames. This actually should be all the frames we need. They did a pretty good job, actually. And boop. So Gnostic, a student. Okay, that day you will actually have to send, or usually they'll get away. You'll have to send. Okay. From one of the rooms on the second floor, standing ajar, and through it can be seen a large man holding a crying girl by the neck. He's striking her in the face and shouting, "Shut up, you whore! I paid to you." It's still got a couple. There are a couple. If you're like a grammar Nazi, there's a couple things. There's like very few. I mean, maybe that's what he meant. I don't know. I'm gonna strike him actually in the knees. Girl managed to escape, but her pimp leaps for the man. The fight breaks out. I'm just gonna pepper spray the crap out of him. The man shows the pimp away and suddenly jumps out the window. I'm gonna shoot you in the back. You're resisting arrest. Hey! Shooting a guy in the back is apparently a good thing. I love Freeburg, I really do. Okay, well, I will get you that sport. We don't have any SWAT, unfortunately. Ah, crap, it was the end of the day, so she probably got away. But I want to give you my thoughts about this game as the day pulls close about 3 a.m. every day. First couple days it'll go earlier, but then usually at the end of 3 o'clock. I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually going to keep, because I'm looking for that. I'm trying to get that, perfect game, like where everything goes right. And because the range roll doesn't, but expect to be beat up a lot in this game. No matter what you do, the game continuously beats up on you, which I find, you might not find refreshing. I find it fun. I do. I'm one of those sadists, Dark Soul sadists. Soul of Darkest Dungeons, that explains a few things. This game's going to you're going to have to memorize stuff. You're not going to get it in your first playthrough. The game will just continually beat the crap out of you. But I really did enjoy this one. I did enjoy this one. Though, it kind of does, this game is a little misleading, though. Because you really cannot be an honest cop. I don't think it was ever meant to be. I've seen some things where they kind of describe the game. You really can't. If you want to be an honest cop in this game, you're not going to be able to. You're going to have to make compromises or you're just going to keep getting shot. And for the varying storyline, it can either, all your choices go one or two ways, but they're only slightly different cutscenes. I wish this game had a bit more flexibility in what you can do. The one thing I have from this game is I wish there was more. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing in the game, but I just wish I really like this game. I wish there was more to it. Otherwise, memorizing stuff and just one of two choices, kind of like the Mass Effect's 3 different colored endings. But I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it for the story. I'm actually going to have to give this a 7 out of 10. And when I do give it a 7 out of 10, it's got a great story, great music. I do love the gameplay element. Though replayability, it's replayability by necessity, which was not always a big fan of that. Like I said, you're going to memorize the things. And also, not being able to be a completely honest cop does hurt it as well. But I mean, that's not the goal of the game, I guess. But just a couple little minor things bring down an otherwise a really great game. But I would actually recommend this one. I'm sorry, I still don't know the price on this game. I would say at least 20, 25 bucks. I'd recommend it. 30, maybe wait for a sale. 20 bucks. I would say it's a must buy though. Yeah, I really enjoyed my time in this game. I'm gonna keep on playing because I'm still going for that perfect game. It's really got a really great story. I think you will enjoy it. But on your subsequent playthrough, even if you do different choices, you're only gonna notice slightly different stuff. Yeah, it does not like choices matter in this game, but they kind of don't matter as much. Alright, guys, yeah, 7 out of 10. I do recommend this one. Or at least keep your eyes on it for a sale, perhaps. Keep it on your wish list for later. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button. It does help it a lot. And subscribe for more content. And I will see you guys in the next video.